The Zodiac Killer. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann is one of the most haunting and widely publicized missing person cases in modern history. In May 2007, during a family vacation in the peaceful resort town of Praia da Luz, Portugal, 3-year-old Madeleine vanished from her apartment while her parents dined just steps away. What followed was a tale of heartbreak, suspicion, and unanswered questions that continues to captivate the world to this day. The McCann family, Jerry and Kate, were ordinary parents from Leicestershire, England, who cherished their 3 children, Madeleine and her younger twin siblings, Sean and Amelie. Both Kate and Jerry were physicians, hard-working professionals looking forward to a well-deserved break. In late April 2007, they traveled to the Algarve region of Portugal, staying at the Ocean Club Resort in the picturesque town of Praia da Luz. It was meant to be a relaxing holiday. The days were filled with sunshine, laughter, and family outings. The evenings offered time for adult conversation, as the McCanns and their friends, a group of 7 adults known as the Tapas 7, met for dinner at the resort's restaurant each night. But on May 3rd, everything changed. That evening, Jerry and Kate put their 3 children to bed in apartment 5A, a ground-floor unit just 50 meters from the restaurant. At 8:30 p.m., the McCanns joined their friends at the Tapas bar. They had developed a routine. One adult would check on the children every 20 to 30 minutes. It was a system that felt safe, but hindsight would reveal its tragic flaw. At 9:05 p.m., Jerry McCann left the table to check on his children. Everything seemed fine. Madeleine was sound asleep, her pink comforter tucked around her, while the twins lay undisturbed in their cots. Satisfied, Jerry returned to the restaurant, unaware that the nightmare was only minutes away. Around 9:30 p.m., one of the McCann's friends, Jane Tanner, passed by apartment 5A on her way back to the restaurant. She noticed a man walking briskly, carrying what appeared to be a child wrapped in a blanket. At the time, she thought little of it, but this sighting would later become a key piece of evidence. At 10 p.m., it was Kate's turn to check on the children. As she entered the apartment, she immediately sensed something was wrong. The bedroom door was open wider than usual, and when she looked inside, Madeleine's bed was empty. The window, previously closed, was now open, and the shutters had been raised. Panic set in. Kate ran back to the restaurant, shouting, "They've taken her." The group sprang into action, searching the resort and surrounding areas. Staff, guests, and locals joined the effort, but there was no sign of Madeleine. By the time local police arrived, crucial hours had been lost. The initial investigation by the Portuguese police was fraught with challenges. Early on, officers treated the case as a possible missing child rather than an abduction. Roads weren't immediately closed, and no coordinated search grid was established. Potential evidence was overlooked, and the crime scene wasn't properly secured. One of the first theories police considered was that Madeleine had wandered off. However, Jerry and Kate were adamant that their daughter wouldn't have left on her own. The open window and shutters pointed to an abduction. Days turned into weeks, and the search expanded beyond Praia da Luz. Volunteers scoured beaches, fields, and abandoned buildings, but hope began to wane. The McCanns appeared on television, pleading for their daughter's safe return. Their heartbreak was palpable, and Madeleine's photograph, her big blue-green eyes and distinctive right eye mark, became a symbol of the global search. The media quickly picked up the story, turning it into an international sensation. News outlets from Britain to Australia covered every development, while the McCanns worked tirelessly to keep their daughter's name in the public eye. But with media attention came scrutiny, and soon the focus began to shift. Critics questioned the McCanns' decision to leave their children unattended, even with periodic checks. Some tabloids accused the couple of negligence, while others speculated about their involvement. For every person who sympathized with the grieving parents, there were others who cast doubt on their version of events. In September 2007, the investigation took a shocking turn. Portuguese police named Jerry and Kate McCann as formal suspects, or arguidos. Investigators theorized that Madeleine had died in the apartment, perhaps accidentally, and that her parents had covered it up. The McCanns vehemently denied these allegations, calling them absurd and baseless. The decision to name the McCanns as suspects caused a media frenzy, but it also highlighted the deepening rift between the family and Portuguese authorities. Frustrated by the lack of progress, the McCanns hired private investigators to pursue leads independently. Over the years, numerous theories about Madeleine's disappearance emerged. Some speculated that she had been abducted by a stranger, possibly as part of a trafficking ring. Others believed she had been taken by someone she knew. The sighting reported by Jane Tanner gained traction, and a composite sketch of the man she described was released. However, no arrests were made. In 2013, Scotland Yard launched a new inquiry into the case, known as Operation Grange. Detectives re-examined the evidence and identified new persons of interest. In one breakthrough, investigators revealed that Tanner's sighting might have been a false lead, as another man came forward to say he had been carrying his child that night. The focus then shifted to another sighting, an EFIT image of a man seen near the apartment on the evening of Madeleine's disappearance. Despite these efforts, the trail went cold once again. Then, in 2020, German authorities identified Christian Bruckner, a convicted sex offender, as a prime suspect. Bruckner had a history of crimes against children and was known to have lived in Praia da Luz at the time Madeleine vanished. Police found circumstantial evidence linking him to the case, but without definitive proof, no charges have been filed. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann remains one of the most perplexing and emotionally charged cases in history. Over 15 years later, her fate is still unknown. For her parents, the pain of not knowing is unimaginable. Yet, they continue to campaign for answers, keeping hope alive that Madeleine might one day be found. The case has left an indelible mark on law enforcement and the public. It highlighted the challenges of cross-border investigations, the importance of securing crime scenes, and the complexities of balancing media attention with investigative integrity. Madeleine McCann's story is a haunting reminder of how quickly life can change and how some questions may never have answers. As time goes on, the case continues to captivate and divide, leaving the world to wonder, what really happened to Madeleine McCann? Thank you for joining us as we revisited this tragic case. If you found this story compelling, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth true crime stories. And as always, stay safe.